but 196 is a very good score indeed, and it's been powered by an outstanding innings from Colin Munro. 109 of 58, but once again Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Jasprit Bumrah in their 8 overs only concede 52. So then Guptill 45 of 41. Interestingly, 3 4s, 3 6s, but a lot of dot balls in there. Munro was a star, 109 from 58. And then Bruce 18 of 12. He played less than half the deliveries and scored more than half the runs, so that is fine.
197 needed of 20 overs. India have to go at 9 runs an over, which means basically they have to go from ball 1. No Saudi in this New Zealand team, so no swing to contend with for Rohit Sharma, who loves the ball coming onto his bat. Excellent numbers. Shikhar Dhawan has been in good form in 50 overs cricket test matches earlier in Sri Lanka. So Adam Milner will be starting off things for New Zealand. Yes and no from Rohit Sharma, but quickly no. Shot on pull, something that he loves to do, Rohit Sharma, and that's how he and India get off the mark. Gone. He's gone through the gate. Trent Boult strikes, not for the first time against Dhawan, but this is a ball that's just come back into the left-hander.
Yes, he was on his front foot. The ball strikes early for New Zealand. Dhawan gone for 1. It's 6 for 1.
Interesting choice at number 3. They've sent in Shreyas Iyer, which is excellent for a young player to be given that kind of support and faith shown in. Gets off the mark with the boundary. Was reaching for the ball, but that's one of his strengths. He loves that area. Oh, there's noise and there's excitement. But from the New Zealand fielders, who's already reviewing it, the keeper. In fact, I believe the umpire has raised his finger. Slightly delayed reaction, I thought, from the umpire.
It was convinced. They were convinced, New Zealand. Rohit Sharma goes for just 5. It is 11 for 2.
He's been around for a while now, Virat Kohli, where he's exceptional and rare. I think that self-confidence doesn't dip easily. He's way down the pitch. Umpires won't give you those kind of leg befores. It's in the air, but well timed. That's going to be 4 runs. Tremendous shot this.
Will clear the boundary for 6. Every time Kohli shows you something different. His evolution as a power batsman now, able to clear the boundary with ease. Well, that's gone straight up in the air. Not the easiest for Munro, but he's under it, and he takes it. It was coming from Shreyas Iyer, but today Munro can do no wrong. Catches dropped off him. When he comes into ball, he takes it himself.
Knuckle delivery. Shreyas Iyer goes for 23 in his first game as an international player, albeit his second T20 game. It's 65 for 3.
Average of 10. Strike rate 125.
Yeah!
Oh, he's bowled him. Didn't read the wrong on. New Zealand are all over India here. And while he might study the pitch, while he might analyze all the angles and the movement and the thermodynamics of life, he's got to walk back.
2 first bowlers against each Sodi. 4th wicket down for India. It's Hardik Pandya who has to go for 1. It's 67 for 4.
Strike rate 123, average 35.
Bottom hand, and what a shot that is. This is a glittering innings from Virat Kohli. He's gone straight again. It's another lovely shot. Virat Kohli moves on to 50. Yet another international 50. Bottom hand has found the gap as well. Oh, beats the batsman, beats the keeper as well, unfortunately. Well, he's gone for it, and he's gone big. Just what he needed. Just to get some power back in the arms. You need that, the adrenaline. Another terrific shot. And it's gone for 4.
Right, he gets hold of this one. But it doesn't matter if it's 25 meters beyond, you still get only 6. 50 of the partnership comes up and India need another half dozen of these. Oh, there was an edge, I think there was. And Kohli didn't bother getting back in, which allowed the keeper to take the bails off if required. But you could hear the edge as it went, and surely that's the last straw.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Run rate required up around 20 and over. It's Kohli gone for 65. It's 123 for 4.
4. Very fine. There is a man there. He's only about 30-35 degrees, but still can't get there. Will find the fielder straight at cover. But no alternative but to try and slog every ball. Found himself out of position. And this Indian innings is getting dismantled pretty quickly now.
And that's the 3rd wicket for New Zealand's best fast bowler, Trent Boult. Akshar Patel out for 5. It's 130 for 6.
There is a fielder there, and he will fall short. And once again, it's Santner. He's bowling well, he's batting well, but he's got a problem with his catching just now. He's covered a fair bit of ground, though.
They're bowling it just that little bit short. That's another boundary. It's got to be another boundary.
Right, this will go a long, long way. Dhoni is getting the big hits in. It's just a little bit too late. And this will only go as far as the fielder. Dhoni looking to force the pace, but not quite timing the pull shot.
Great illustration of what we've been talking about the tactics of bowling to MS Dhoni. Pitch it up, he whacks you out of the ground. This time, Trent Boult bangs it in short onto Dhoni quickly, and that was a blinder. MS Dhoni gone for 49. It's 154 for 7.
And that's it then. 156 for 7. New Zealand win by 40 runs. And I think it's fair to say that for almost the entire duration of the 40 overs, New Zealand have been ahead.
Yeah, they have. And Colin Munro, wonderful performance. Ishodi as well.
And India just 156 for 7, which means New Zealand win by 40. But they also leveled the 3-match series 1-1. And we now head off to Thiruvananthapuram with so much to play for. For game number 1, the first T-20 international from Delhi. New Zealand won the toss and they sent India into bat. .66 matches, average of 30, strike rate 129. Of course, is Shikhar Dhawan. Those numbers need to go up as well. Those are not the most inspiring numbers.
Mitchell Santner to start off for New Zealand, left arm spin.
Right, here's first ball. It's really an interesting issue. Who decides who's going to take strike? Suppose you suddenly see Santner's bowling. Can you say, oops, I think we'll have Shikhar Dhawan taking strike? Very fine. You can't normally have a fielder as fine as that. So the first boundary comes up.
That's always the danger, isn't it?
Oh, it's put up. Mitch Santner. It was an irritating height, but you catch those at this level.
And he's a brilliant fielder. He's a brilliant fielder. Up in the air and into the crowd.
A little bit of width, throw the bat at it. Got away with it, Rohit Sharma. Top edge, and it flew and flew. Trent Boult was keen for a moment.
4 as well. He's bat like a rapier.
The classical shot, lofted extra cover drive, small boundaries, quick outfield, so that's always advantage batsman. Well, he's gone for it. There's a fielder coming, and it's dropped it. Southee's the man. Again, the sweep shot, he'll get 4. Dhawan is looking good. He's played this shot a lot because the length is so short from the seam bowlers and the spinners. 50 comes up for India.
How high, how far? He thinks he's got plenty of it, and he has. Rohit Sharma, another 6 for him.
A leg ball. Criminal to bowl a leg ball.
Straight, hard, beats the long, off. 4 more. Oh, a little bit fortunate, but 50 up for Shikhar Dhawan. 3rd T20 international half-century.
Well, he heard you, Dooley. He heard you at the start of the match where you said that he's got to pull his socks up and get some runs.
Pulled away, chance, no. Over the top of Munro. It's flat and hit hard enough.
Very good footwork.
Like that. Right out of the middle. Great sound off the bat. Finishes the over with a boundary 6. 125 without loss.
Did he middle it? Has he middled it? Oh, has he? Yes.
$50 up for Rohit Sharma. Has he middled it? Sunny G, you betcha. Offside this time, all the way along the ground. 4 more.
Now, how far is that going? It's going to go all the way. So the salt is well and truly on.
.200 is definitely on. Another boundary this time to Shikhar Dhawan.
Oh, that's in. They advertised the fact that he was going to come down the wicket. So India lose a wicket. At last New Zealand have one, but what a fantastic opening partnership this has been.
Well made, 80 of 52. It's 158 for 1.
Strike at 127, average 11, but 22 matches is a much better, more explosive player than that. Wow, how well has that been bowled? He's walking, yes, he's given out. Nothing but the turn and the bounce. Well.
Yeah, he's been brilliant today. Sodhi ignored for the ODIs, but T20, look at that. 2 wickets in 1 over. The hard-hitting Hardik Pandya has to go. It's 158 for 2.
As Virat Kohli comes out. There he goes. Virat Kohli's arrived at the Firozshah Kotla, but the ball has departed it.
Looks like he surprised himself the way he hit it.
There's a fielder there. And another goes down. I think he misjudged it. Because little late taking off. And once again, a fine fielder drops a catch. It's 174 for 2. Oh, he hits that very well. It's a signature shot almost. Now he's got the edge, has he? No, he hasn't. Or has he? The bowler's appealing.
Bump ball, fair delivery.
I can see the clear spark.
India lose another wicket. That's the end of Rohit Sharma. 80 of 55. It's 185 for 3 after 19. Well, last over Saudi. Oh, there goes Kohli. I think he's just trying to tell us he knows every corner of the Kotla. Kohli gets into the action. And he says, Kohli, you might be the star today, but I'm too. It's in the air. There's 2 going for it. It falls short. 200 comes up and Kohli comes back in strike. Now, how far was it from the man who had to run in? Because the fielder was running towards the ball. Behind him was the one who went for it. Last ball. And he puts that away as well, but should come back for 2. No, they'll stay with 1. So there's where it all ends. And India will be very happy with what they've got on board here. 202 for 3. And they've got that because the captains come out and produced a flyer after the openers batted so well.
Fortunately for India, they've got 6 proper bowlers to use. 2 spinning options, 4 seaming options as well. Excellent conditions and nicely set up this game. It's always great to be here at the Firozshah Kotla. Every seat is always taken. Here we go, Nehraji. Good start. Look at the follow through. That hasn't changed over the years with him. Flat bat set for 4. Again, the pace was taken off, but an interesting shot from Guptill.
Oh, that's easy. That should be a catch for mid-off, long off. Oh! What a catch! What a catch that is! That is incredible. He dived at the last moment. And I think they're just checking whether he hit the boundary rope, but outstanding.
Phenomenal. Guptill gone for 4, 6 for 1.
Well, this has gone up. Not too far. Is that Pandya under the ball again? Misses on the second attempt. That would have been brilliant had he taken the catch.
Well, cricket is a funny game, isn't it? He takes an outstanding catch in the previous over. Absolutely breathtaking catch. And this was not easy. Running backwards is never easy.
Oh, what?
With every passing encounter, the battle of fire and ice has picked up steam. No matter the format, the Kiwi Gladiators have matched the Indian Tigers pound for pound in their own den. Bout after bout, they have traded punches and bruises, but both have retaliated and taken a stand. As the battle shifts to the south, there can only be one winner as the decider beckons. While the men in blue claim what has eluded them thus far, or will the Black Caps thwart yet another challenge? History will be written in this brand new Coliseum as the battle of fire and ice reaches fever pitch.
Yes, and it will reach fever pitch because it's time for the third T20 international between India and New Zealand. Of course, after brushing aside New Zealand in the first T20 international in the series, the Kiwis rode back courtesy of a Colin Munro century in the second T20 international, which means it will be a series decider between the men in blue and the Kiwis, which will come to you live very shortly from Thiruvananthapuram at a brand new Greenfield Stadium. Well, it promises to be an absolutely delicious encounter because New Zealand have asked a lot of questions, not just in the one-day series, but also in the T20 internationals. But since Rajkot to Thiruvananthapuram, what have our men been up to? Let's find out in our favorite segment, Follow the Blues.
That's it then. New Zealand's 40-run victory at Rajkot has levelled the T20 series at 1-1.
But despite the loss, the Blues take the time out in Rajkot to bring in their captain's 29th birthday. As per the team's tradition, Captain Kohli is smeared with cake. And one member of the Blues is extremely happy with the result. Let us jog your memory a little. Hardik Pandya too was at the receiving end of a cake fest last month. The Blues begin the new day by sending birthday wishes to their captain. It is time for Team India to leave for Thiruvananthapuram, the venue for the series decider. Long flights can be quite boring, but Yuzvendra Chahal finds the perfect way to pass the time. After a relaxed flight, Team India finally arrives at Thiruvananthapuram. And much to their delight, the Blues are given a traditional welcome. As the Blues get ready to call it tonight, Captain Kohli leaves a very special message for his fans.
Hi guys, thank you so much for all the love and wishes. It's really been overwhelming and heartening to see all the wishes that have come in.
24 hours remain for the decider. There is no practice for the Blues once again, while some enjoy the scenery in God's own country. Virat Kohli and a few of his teammates take time off to support a social cause. Meanwhile, coach Ravi Shastri visits the famous Padmanabhaswamy temple. A little while later, Gabbar too seeks divine intervention ahead of the decider. There may be a few hours for decider to begin, but right now, a different battle is about to commence between two feared opponents, a rematch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yuzvendra Chahal and Sodhi are about to battle for supremacy in a game of chess.
So round 3 with Yuzi Bhai, it's 2-0 in his favour at the moment, and it's pretty likely that he's going to beat me again, but I've been practicing, so hopefully I can give him a good run for his money. Good luck. All the best. Come on. Yeah. Same moves. Same moves as always. Yeah. Now, this time you're going to change, I'm sure. Difficult. At least I got one piece. Yeah. Where you going taking a piece, man? It's a wrong move. It's not a knight. Oh, my bad. See, don't even know where I'm going. I'll go there. Don't be so nervous. The queen will go into trouble, man. Oh, that's my king. Oh, yeah. Why did I do that? One down. Oh my god. Okay, go. You're going in trouble. Oh my god, thanks man. Thanks for that reminder. You're not supposed to help me, but I'll take it. That's my best move of the game so far. Check. What are your queen doing there, mate? At least I've still got my queen. That's a positive. Yeah, I like the move. That's 2 pieces. Gonna be big trouble now. Don't go there. Next move, check me. Yeah, that's the answer. What are you trying to do? Something. The check is there. Check? Yeah, but you can't move. Check. Oh no. Okay, it's a checkmate. Is that checkmate? Yeah, I need another queen for that. As you can see, it's over. 3-0. 3-0. I will put on Twitter.
After a relaxing day, it is time for the Blues to call it a night. But Captain Kohli leaves his fans another special message for the night.
I'm really proud to be associated with Indian Sports Honours. The inaugural edition is happening on the 11th November in Mumbai. I would like to congratulate all the nominees and urge everyone to come out and vote for the best performers.
Yes, that will be on the 11th of November, but even before that, there is a third T20 international to be played at Thiruvananthapuram. Let's just get a flashback of the series so far. Of course, in the first T20 international, India brushed aside New Zealand fairly comfortably by 53 runs, but a 54-ball 100 by Colin Munro in the second T20 international made sure that Kiwis roared back into the series. But how is it going to pan out in the third T20 international? I'm sure we've not got great news so far because it has been raining pretty heavily in Kerala, and not just in parts of Kerala, but particularly in Thiruvananthapuram. You can see the ground staff have been working overtime. Now, this is a stadium that also played host to the SAF Championships back in 2015 that the Indian football team won. They have a great drainage system. They also have 3 super soppers, let's remind ourselves. But those super soppers will only come into play once the rain stops. But that doesn't make for very, very good visuals at the moment. So as a result of which, the toss has been delayed. There was incessant rain in Thiruvananthapuram in the lead up to this game, and unfortunately that hasn't let up. But obviously time will tell whether or not we will have a game. Let's remind ourselves that against Australia, a similar thing happened in Hyderabad in the series decider, which meant that we couldn't have a third T20 international. Looking at this rain at the moment in Thiruvananthapuram, it looks like it could be a while before we'll have live visuals back on as far as the match is concerned. But obviously the ground staff has been active. The Kerala Cricket Association has also made sure that all hands are on deck at the moment to make sure that we do get what promises to be an absolutely mouth-watering clash, quite literally, in Kerala and of course in the T20 International Series. Right, so that doesn't make for very pretty visuals, but we'll keep you updated, so stay tuned to Cricket Hotspot and of course the digital home of Indian cricket, Hotstar.
Hi, I'm Gaurav.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है इसमें? कोई खराबी नहीं है, बस वही तो खराबी है. काश ये थोड़ा सा और
कुछ ज्यादा नहीं है.
Gentlemen, now streaming on Hotstar.
You're into this magnificent stadium here, the Saurashtra Cricket Association Stadium in Rajkot.
So there it is. The news from the centre is Kane Williamson of New Zealand has won the toss and they've elected to bat first.
There has been, over the last few nights, just that kind of weather at the moment. And Munro, strike rate's the thing that stands out as far as stats are concerned. So New Zealand deciding to go up front, try and put a big score on the board and maybe put India under some pressure. They felt the pressure themselves the other night, chasing that big total of in excess of 200.
Right, first ball, very interesting to see how the bowlers go about it on a surface that's expected to be full of runs. Right, goes for it. Got a bit of room on his legs. Realized that square leg was in, and so the hit was on. First ball finds a gap on the offside. Now, and in fact, he's pulled the ball to where the fielder was. So as it turns out, sometimes you can make the change, and it can work against you. Right, just goes through with the shot, and it goes a long way. There's so much ease with which he hit that, and tells you how difficult it is to be a spinner inside these with his power, with his field restrictions on,
and particularly on this pitch.
Right, this is colossal. As it turns out, it went into orbit and descended into the stadium. But this is a big over, 16 of it.
Ball coming onto the bat and quickly disappearing to the boundary. Well, he's muscled that. Maybe that's gone over the rope. It's very flat, and it's a 6.
He's a powerful player, Colin Munro, with a clean intent.
Well, that's a clean hit. And that's a 6 on any boundary. It's another massive one from New Zealand. They're looking good here. They're again the line, but this has disappeared once again into the night sky, into the stands.
Oh, that's big boy power, isn't it? That is a long way back. MS Dhoni has that sort of power. This is what he's known for, Martin Guptill. Great shot. Again, huge. Has he got enough? Wow, well fielded.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I think he thought this was a clean hit, was going to sail over the boundary ropes.
Wow. Just stand and deliver stuff. That ball is sliding onto the bat so nicely.
This really is a very good pitch to bat on.
Pulled this time. This should be out. Oh no, gone straight through the hands of Shreyas Iyer. 50 for Munro with that 6. Straight up in the air. Chance again this time. Yes. Taken comfortably. Hardik Pandya.
He didn't quite middle this one. Looking to get to his half century with a big shot. It's 105 for the first wicket, New Zealand. It's curtailed, gone for 45.
New Zealand skipper, average in the mid-30s, strike rate took over 120. Oh, gone here with a good throw. No, poor. It was a poor throw. Rohit Sharma. He was done cold there, Colin Munro. End of 12 overs, 108 for 1. Well, 6 more. Good timing from Munro on this occasion.
Well, on a good pitch where the ball's not doing much, Akshar Patel can be predictable.
Swung away into the gap. Powerful from Williamson this time. His first boundary. Straight. And 1 bounce for. How high has that gone? Gone far enough. Another 6, his 6th maximum. 136 for 1. And that'll be 4 as well. Lovely timing from Kane Williamson. Whip that away. Chance in the deep. Taken. Mohammad Siraj has got his first wicket. A little expensive, but he'll enjoy that.
And watch the next ball that he bowls. It will be a lot quicker. The body language will be completely different. And Mohammad Siraj gets his first international wicket. 140 for 2.
Tom Bruce at the crease. Just very early in his career as well.
Will probably fall just in between. No, he puts it down actually. He got there and then put it down. India have been magnificent in the field in recent times, but today they look back and say no, they weren't.
Had many chances today, India. Bhuvneshwar, Iyer, and this time.
Oh, 4 runs.
It's up in the air. And Virat Kohli underneath it, but tantalizingly beats him.
Missed his length, didn't he? Not by much, but it's right in the slot. He's talked in the last over about going inside or outside.
Bat to ball, a century for Colin Munro. He's ridden his luck, but he's also played some wonderful shots. And he's got that very quickly indeed. It's a very, very fine innings from Munro. Just 54 balls. Joins a very small list, as I said, of people who've got 2 T20 international hundreds. Right, here we go. Oh, that's a good shot. New Zealand need more of these in the end overs. Last one coming up. No, he doesn't. Just a single, so New Zealand don't get those 200, but 196 is a very good score indeed, and it's been powered by an outstanding innings from Colin Munro. 109 of 58, but once again, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Jasprit Bumrah in their 8 overs only concede 52. So then Guptill 45 of 41. Interestingly, 3 4s, 3 6s, but a lot of dot balls in there. Munro was a star, 109 from 58. And then Bruce 18 of 12. He played less than half the deliveries and scored more than half the runs. So that is fine.
197 needed of 20 overs. India have to go at 9 runs an over, which means basically they have to go from ball 1. No Saudi in this New Zealand team, so no swing to contend with for Rohit Sharma, who loves the ball coming onto his bat. Excellent numbers. Shikhar Dhawan has been in good form in 50 overs cricket test matches earlier in Sri Lanka. So Adam Milner will be starting off things for New Zealand. Yes and no from Rohit Sharma, but quickly no. Shot on pull, something that he loves to do, Rohit Sharma. And that's how he and India get off the mark. Gone. He's gone through the gate. Trent Boult strikes, not for the first time against Dhawan, but this is a ball that's just come back into the left-hander.
Yes, he was on his front foot. The ball strikes early for New Zealand. Dhawan gone for 1. It's 6 for 1.
Interesting choice at number 3. They've sent in Shreyas Iyer, which is excellent for a young player to be given that kind of support and faith shown in. Gets off the mark with the boundary. Was reaching for the ball, but that's one of his strengths. He loves that area. Oh, there's noise and there's excitement. But from the New Zealand fielders, who's already reviewing it, the keeper. In fact, I believe the umpire has raised his finger. Slightly delayed reaction, I thought, from the umpire.
It was convinced. They were convinced, New Zealand. Rohit Sharma goes for just 5. It is 11 for 2.
He's been around for a while now, Virat Kohli, and where he's exceptional and rare. I think that self-confidence doesn't dip easily. He's way down the pitch. Umpires won't give you those kind of leg befores. It's in the air, but well timed. That's going to be 4 runs. Tremendous shot this.
Will clear the boundary for 6. Every time Kohli shows you something different. His evolution as a power batsman now, able to clear the boundary with ease. Well, that's gone straight up in the air. Not the easiest for Munro, but he's under it, and he takes it. It was coming from Shreyas Iyer, but today Munro can do no wrong. Catches dropped off him. When he comes into ball, he takes it himself.
Knuckle delivery. Shreyas Iyer goes for 23 in his first game as an international player, albeit his second T20 game. It's 65 for 3.
Average of 10. Strike rate 125. Yeah! Oh, he's bowled him. Didn't read the wrong one. New Zealand are all over India here. And while he might study the pitch, while he might analyze all the angles and the movement and the thermodynamics of life, he's got to walk back.
2 first bowlers against each Sodi. 4th wicket down for India. It's Hardik Pandya who has to go for 1. It's 67 for 4.
Strike rate 123, average 35.
Bottom hand, and what a shot that is. This is a glittering innings from Virat Kohli. He's gone straight again. It's another lovely shot. Virat Kohli moves on to 50. Yet another international 50. Bottom hand has found the gap as well. Oh, beats the batsman, beats the keeper as well, unfortunately. Well, he's gone for it, and he's gone big. Just what he needed. Just to get some power back in the arms. He needed that, the adrenaline. Another terrific shot. And it's gone for 4.
Right, he gets hold of this one. But it doesn't matter if it's 25 metres beyond, you still get only 6. 50 of the partnership comes up and India need another half dozen of these. Oh, there was an edge, I think there was. And Kohli didn't bother getting back in, which allowed the keeper to take the bails off if required. But you could hear the edge as it went, and surely that's the last straw.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Run rate required up around 20 and over. It's Kohli gone for 65. It's 123 for 4.
4. Very fine. There is a man there. He's only about 30-35 degrees, but still can't get there. Will find the fielder straight at cover. But no alternative but to try and slog every ball. Found himself out of position. And this Indian innings is getting dismantled pretty quickly now.
And that's the 3rd wicket for New Zealand's best fast bowler, Trent Boult. Akshar Patel out for 5. It's 130 for 6.
There is a fielder there, and he will fall short. And once again, it's Santner. Gee, he's bowling well, he's batting well, but he's got a problem with his catching just now. He's covered a fair bit of ground, though.
They're bowling it just a little bit short. That's another boundary. It's going to be another boundary.
Right, this will go a long, long way. Dhoni is getting the big hits in. It's just a little bit too late. And this will only go as far as the fielder. Dhoni looking to force the pace, but not quite timing the pull shot.
Great illustration of what we've been talking about the tactics of bowling to MS Dhoni. Pitch it up, he whacks you out of the ground. This time, Trent Boult bangs it in short onto Dhoni quickly, and that was a blinder. MS Dhoni gone for 49. It's 154 for 7.
And that's it then. 156 for 7. New Zealand win by 40 runs. And I think it's fair to say that for almost the entire duration of the 40 overs, New Zealand have been ahead.
Yeah, they have. And Colin Munro, wonderful performance. Sodi as well.
And India just 156 for 7, which means New Zealand win by 40. But they also leveled the 3-match series 1-1. And we now head off to Thiruvananthapuram with so much to play for. For game number 1, the first T20 international from Delhi. New Zealand won the toss and they sent India into bat. 66 matches, average of 30, strike rate 129. Of course, is Shikhar Dhawan. Those numbers need to go up as well. Those are not the most inspiring numbers.
Mitchell Santner to start off for New Zealand, left arm spin.
Right, here's first ball. It's really an interesting issue. Who decides who's going to take strike? Suppose you suddenly see Santner's bowling. Can you say, oops, I think we'll have Shikhar Dhawan taking strike? Very fine. You can't normally have a fielder as fine as that. So the first boundary comes up.
That's always the danger, isn't it?
Oh, it's put up. Mitch Santner. It was an irritating height, but you catch those at this level.
And he's a brilliant fielder. He's a brilliant fielder. Up in the air and into the crowd.
A little bit of width, throw the bat at it. Got away with it, Rohit Sharma. Top edge, and it flew and flew. Trent Boult was keen for a moment.
That'll run away for 4 as well. Chase bat like a rapier. The
classical shot, lofted extra cover drive, small boundaries, quick outfield, so that's always advantage batsman. Well, it's gone for it. There's a fielder coming, and it's stopped it. Southee's the man. Again, the sweep shot, he'll get 4. Dhawan is looking good. He's played this shot a lot because the length is so short from the seam bowlers and the spinners. 50 comes up for India.
How high, how far? He thinks he's got plenty of it, and he has. Rohit Sharma, another 6 for him.
A leg ball. Criminal to bowl a leg ball.
Straight, hard, beats the long, off. 4 more. Oh, a little bit fortunate, but 50 up for Shikhar Dhawan. 3rd T20 international half-century.
Well, he heard you, Dooley. He heard you at the start of the match where you said that he's got to pull his socks up and get some runs.
Pulled away, chance, no. Over the top of Munro. Flat and hit hard enough.
Very good footwork.
Like that. Right out of the middle. Great sound off the bat. Finishes the over with a boundary 6. 125 without loss.
Did he middle it? Has he middled it? Oh, has he? Yes.
$50 up for Rohit Sharma. Has he middled it? Sunny G, you betcha. Offside this time, all the way along the ground. 4 more.
Now, how far is that going? It's going to go all the way. So the salt is well and truly on.
.200 is definitely on. Another boundary this time to Shikhar Dhawan.
Oh, that's in. They advertised the fact that he was going to come down the wicket. So India lose a wicket. Class New Zealand have one, but what a fantastic opening partnership this has been.
Well made, 80 of 52. It's 158 for 1.
Strike at 127 average, 11, but 22 matches is a much better, more explosive player than that. Wow, how well has that been bowled? He's walking, yes, he's given out. It's nothing but the turn and the bounce. Well.
Yeah, he's been brilliant today. Sodhi ignored for the ODIs, but T20, look at that. 2 wickets in 1 over. The hard-hitting Hardik Pandya has to go. It's 158 for 2.
As Virat Kohli comes out. There he goes. Virat Kohli's arrived at the Firozshah Kotla, but the ball has departed it.
Looks like he surprised himself the way he hit it.
There's a fielder there. And another goes down. I think he misjudged it. Because little late taking off. And once again, a fine fielder drops a catch. It's 174 for 2. Oh, he hits that very well. It's a signature shot almost. Now he's got the edge, has he? No, he hasn't. Or has he? The bowler's appealing.
Bump ball, fair delivery.
I can see the clear spark.
India lose another wicket. That's the end of Rohit Sharma. 80 of 55. It's 185 for 3 after 19.
Well, last over Saudi. Oh, there goes Kohli. I think he's just trying to tell us he knows every corner of the Kotla. Kohli gets into the action. And he says, Kohli, you might be the star today, but I'm too. It's in the air. There's two going for it. It falls short. 200 comes up and Kohli comes back in strike. Now, how far was it from the man who had to run in? Because the fielder was running towards the ball. Behind him was the one who went for it.
Last ball.
And he puts that away as well, but should come back for two. No, they'll stay with one. So there's where it all ends. And India will be very happy with what they've got on board here. 202 for 3. And they've got that because the captains come out and produced a flyer after the openers batted so well.
Fortunately for India, they've got 6 proper bowlers to use. 2 spinning options, 4 seaming options as well. Excellent conditions and nicely set up this game. It's always great to be here at the Firozshah Kotla. Every seat is always taken. Here we go, Neraji. Good start. Look at the follow through. That hasn't changed over the years with him. Flat bat set for 4. Again, the pace was taken off, but an interesting shot from Guptill.
Oh, that's easy. That should be a catch for mid-off, long off. Oh! What a catch! What a catch that is! That is incredible. He dived at the last moment. And I think they're just checking whether he hit the boundary rope, but outstanding.
Phenomenal. Guptill gone for 4, 6 for 1.
Well, this has gone up. Not too far. Is that Pandya under the ball again? Misses on the second attempt. That would have been brilliant had he taken the catch.
Well, cricket is a funny game, isn't it? He takes an outstanding catch in the previous over. Absolutely breathtaking catch. And this was not easy. Running backwards is never easy.
Oh, well done. Right in the block hole. Vengeance for Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Waiting on the short one. He was waiting on the bouncer. Brilliant from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Munro took him about the park in the last game of the One Day International. Not tonight. Munro gone for 7. 18 for 2.
Slowly finding his line after.
We're watching real brilliance.
Like an absolute rocket. He's clubbed that miles, it's a beauty. Bowling! That's a big hit. What a superb piece of bowling. Wow, this man is special.
It's only been a short series, this against New Zealand, but we've gone all around India, bringing you the cricket. And then this T20 series, up in the north in Delhi, then west to Rajkot, and now right at the southern tip of India in Thiruvananthapuram, this beautiful new stadium here, where we are getting ready for game number 3 of this T20 series. It's live from the sports hub here in Thiruvananthapuram. Well, you've already seen the covers there, so Fred, I'll have to break the news to you right away that there is a drizzle, but there's a very thin drizzle, but it's persistent, it's irritating. You can see there's nothing wrong with the temperature. It'll probably be much lower than that already. 25 degrees low, but 75% chance of rain and 90% humidity. But the good thing is we haven't had a deluge. It's just a very gentle little drip kind of shower. There's a couple of super stoppers that have been very active, and you can tell it's not very powerful because the players are out there on the ground, and that means the conditions underfoot are pretty good. But Simon Dool is alongside me, and he was out there as well. this is how it was, the amount of water there, but underfoot, Simon, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good, Tasha. The outfield seems like it's draining very, very well, and the ground staff are doing a wonderful job trying to get all of the water off. This was a little while ago, and it does drain through very well. It's a sand-based outfield, and I'll echo your statements. Magnificent looking stadium. Every place I go that's new, I seem to have to find a new favourite. And this is absolutely fantastic, and they packed them in right from the start. By the time we arrived, which was around about 5 p.m. this afternoon, the crowd were already 3/4 in, and they're so looking forward to it. So let's hope that this rain, this little, as you said, it's just a sprinkling at the moment, but it's consistent. Let's hope it disappears shortly and we can get a game underway, because both sides deserve it. The crowd deserves it, and I think the series deserves a finale.
It's a sea of blue. Well, you can see from this one, it might just have picked up a notch here, but it's a sea of blue, Dooley. It's going to be unquestioned support for India today, as I guess it is everywhere. But what I've liked about the ground staff here is they haven't waited for the rain to stop before doing something. Every sort of 15 minutes or so, they go and run the super soppers over the covers so that they can get play going as quickly as possible. But you're right about the covers. You're right about the drainage. 5 o'clock, yes, it's been raining actually now for what, 3 or 4 hours here?
Yeah, it has. We had a heavy shower yesterday. You talked about a deluge. It's as heavy a rain as I've seen in a long, long time. Yesterday afternoon around about 3:30 for 2 hours. Again last night around about 9:30, 10 o'clock. It was a real downpour for a good hour and a half to 2 hours once more. We had another one this afternoon. So unfortunate seasonal weather that does tend to hit this part of this wonderful country is upon us, which is a real shame.
Don't forget, we're right in the south of the country, so it's a peninsula down there in the south. They've been very quiet all along. You've got to admit, you've got to hand it to them. Very quiet, very different kind of crowd. I've been to Kochi a few times, and you hear the crowd in Kochi long before you reach the stadium with the bands. This is very quiet. They're all waiting. They're very excited. There hasn't been a big game here in Thiruvananthapuram for many years as well. Not for 29 years has there been an international game. But just one look around the stadium, I can tell you there will be many more here. And Dooley is absolutely right about where the series is. We had 2 relatively one-sided one-day games, and then we got an absolute cracker in Kanpur. We've had it's 1-1 again over here. We're really hoping to see a really good game here.
India have played an international game here, Harsha. Do you know that? They have played an international game at this ground, yes. They won it 2-1 over Afghanistan.
You're talking football.
I am talking football, sir.
Kerala's big football country. Kochi is a colossal stadium. The under-17 put aside for the under-17 football World Cup. But this is what Dooley is talking about. You look at the first and second ODIs, New Zealand by 6, India by 6. What a great game we got in Kanpur. And look at that, Delhi 53, Rajkot, New Zealand by 40. We're hoping to get a similar one here today. But hopefully the rain will stay away. Good thing, as I said, it rains very quickly now. The first game of the series up in Delhi, and New Zealand were just not in the game. India 202 for 3. Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma got 80s, and then New Zealand just 149 for 8 to give India a victory by 53 runs. That partnership between Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma was excellent. Shikhar Dhawan actually started off, and then Rohit Sharma picked it up.
Yeah, a little bit loose early on. Trent Boult here, just a slightly wayward. A couple of these deliveries, though, are not bad at all by the New Zealanders. It was just a very fine display of batting from Shikhar Dhawan and from Rohit Sharma. It was the fielding that let New Zealand down in that first game. And that was the thing that allowed both Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan to get underway. They played some fine cricket shots, but both could have been out quite early on in the piece. And that very good partnership. Pair of 80s, of course, set India up for a good score of 200 and just over.
It's an interesting one too, because you normally associate New Zealand with excellent fielding. Quite the reverse happened when New Zealand played India in the second game in Rajkot. India put down catches. Colin Munro played one of his finest innings, 109 not out of 58. If he figures in the bowling as well, 1 for 23 from 3. It was his game.
Yeah, he was superb, Colin Munro. Again, a couple of catches put down by India, but He made them pay. His second T20 international 100. Joins Brendan McCullum as New Zealanders who have done that. Two others that have also done it. Chris Gale is one.
And Evan Lewis of the West Indies.
And
he likes playing
Evan
against
Lewis,
India.
yeah.
He got both against India. But left-handers have done well against India. He was magnificent, and then India just kept falling back, and the game was over long before the last ball was actually bowled. So that made it 1-1. And as I said, we're hoping to have a really good game here once this rain stops and we get underway. Not football, not 2-1, but cricket.
I tell you what, Harsha, there would not be one shop in Thiruvananthapuram with a blue shirt left in it. There cannot be. 50,000 people in the stadium. There'd be 44,000 blue shirts. Incredible. The sponsors and the store owners must be so happy that cricket has come to town.
Maybe about 2 New Zealand shirts somewhere.
Scott Styrus has got one on. I'm not sure whether we can see into the back of the studio, but he's got Ish Sodhi's shirt on. He's in the studio right next door to our commentary box, and he's actually got Ish Sodhi's shirt on while he's doing his television studio work.
It's a wonderful stadium. This is the first time I've come to this ground, and it is gorgeous. The lights are brighter than I've seen at most places. And as I said, that's what we're all hoping there will be play. This is football they'll be playing, but this is not football. This is cricket. So that's where we are actually at the moment. Just waiting for this drizzle. It's a slow, irritating, persistent drizzle, and we're hoping it will stop. Probably take about half an hour, 45 minutes once it stops. Get all the covers on, get the super stoppers on, and we will be back. So that unfortunately is the news from Thiruvananthapuram at the moment. And as I said, hopefully in course of time it will stop. So the series level 1-1 with so much to play here. Play should have started by now, 7 o'clock. I think we can make up half an hour. We start losing overs after half an hour. So we haven't lost anything yet. And that is the situation at the moment at this magnificent new ground, the Sports Hub in Thiruvananthapuram. Rain has delayed the start of play. We don't need to have the entire ground covered because it rains so beautifully. And as soon as rain stops, we'll have more news for you. But unfortunately, at the moment, we're all looking up and waiting for rain to stop.
Talking Bombers by Agio. Shop now at agio.com.
A pause is for camaraderie. Because life is in the pause. Take the time for all the things that truly matter. Black Dog Sparkling Water. Let the world wait.
चले ऑटो
बुलाया है क्या?
जहाँ चाहो आएगा, जहाँ चाहो जाएगा। ओला ऑटो सिर्फ 29 रुपए में 4 किलोमीटर। डोर स्टेप पिकअप ओला ऐप से बुक कीजिए। ऑटो बोले तो ओला ऑटो।
अगर बोल्ड नहीं खेलेंगे तो कभी ना जान पाएंगे। रॉयल चैलेंज स्पोर्ट्स ड्रिंक, मेक अ बोल्ड मूव।
It's the third and decisive one-day international coming to you from here up north in Kanpur. Now Rajkot tossed the coin as usual. The home captain Kane Williamson won the toss. I think anybody would have taken the same decision. Rohit Sharma. It's been an interesting contest, hasn't it? Trent Boult versus Rohit Sharma so far.
Shikhar Dhawan, that's a wonderful record as well.
Tim Saudi, Rohit Sharma.
Straight away off the middle of the bat. Right, Shikhar Dhawan's off the mark as well. Tell you what, either he's timed it very well or this outfield's a friend of the batsman. Right, this is the boundary then. Oh, they just came back in a little bit. But 4. Oh, that's a beauty. Just wonderful use of the feet from Shikhar Dhawan. Fielders there and the catch is taken. I think you'll find the Genesis lane in the previous 6 overs where New Zealand bowled well.
Yeah, and also the change in that field. Shikhar Dhawan looking to go over the offside this time. Shikhar Dhawan goes 14 to his name, 29 for 1.
Yeah, Virat Kohli is the new man in.
Shot on pole of Rohit Sharma. Goes all the way. Terrific hit. 50 comes up for India. May have been a little slow to react and spot the ball down there at fine leg.
That will be a half century for Rohit Sharma. 35th half century for Rohit Sharma. Didn't score runs in the first couple of games. Will want to make up for that with a big one today. And he's started with a half century. But he's flayed that one through the offside for 4.
Trent Boult back into the attack, and that's whipped away through the leg side. It'll be a couple. He might go all the way. Will do. Swung away beautifully. Rohit Sharma drifting onto the pads, punished. .46th one-day international half-century for Virat Kohli.
How good is that shot? Straight drive and almost perfection in execution. There it is. A single that will take him to 100. His 15th in one-day internationals. His first versus New Zealand and a mind-boggling 5th in 2017. Well played, Rohit Sharma. Flying down to third man. Thick outside edge. Maybe a little chance for the keeper.
Getting a thick edge. See that again, the angled bat. It would have been a fabulous catch if Tom Latham had reached it.
Up the ante. That's what you get. It's another 4. Oh, lovely shot. This is top-class cricket from India. Deft touch to get another 4. That's 14 runs after the 17 runs in the last over. 227 for 1. Incredible stuff. 9,000 one-day international runs for the Indian captain.
He's gone through with the shot. And he's gone through with it long enough for it to clear the boundary with ease. This is batsmanship of great class. 236 for 1. Oh, just goes through with the shot. I think just waited for the ball to come. Pick the slow one very quickly. Oh, there he goes. There's a fielder there. And he takes the catch. Just wonder if a little tiredness had crept into Rohit Sharma. Most days he would have cleared that fielder, but this has been a fantastic innings from